Welcome to this summary of Start With Why by Simon Sinek. This book explores what makes leaders and organizations truly inspiring and successful. It all begins with one powerful idea: the why. Let's dive into the key concepts, chapter by chapter. Chapter 1. Assume you know. Simon starts by warning against assumptions. Too often, we assume we understand why things work, when in fact, we don't. Great leaders don't just guess. They seek the truth about what drives people and results. This sets the stage for understanding the why. Chapter 2. Carrots and Sticks. This chapter explores how companies try to motivate using rewards or punishments. But these methods are short-term. True, lasting motivation comes when people believe in why they're doing something. Manipulation may work once, but inspiration wins for the long haul. Chapter 3. The Golden Circle. Here's the heart of the book. Simon introduces the Golden Circle. 3 layers. Why, how, what. Most companies start with what they do. Then explain how they do it. But inspiring leaders do the opposite. They start with why they exist, why they care, why it matters. Think of Apple. They don't sell computers. They challenge the status quo and empower individuals. That's their why. Chapter 4. This is not opinion. This is biology. Simon backs the Golden Circle with science. Our brain has different parts. The outer part, the neocortex, processes logic and language. That's the what. The inner part, the limbic brain, controls decision-making and feelings. That's the why. This explains why people make emotional decisions even when the facts say otherwise. When you speak from the why, you connect to the part of the brain that drives behavior. Chapter 5. Clarity, discipline, and consistency. Great leaders have clarity of why, discipline of how, and consistency in what they do. You need all 3. Clarity means knowing your purpose. Discipline means sticking to your values. Consistency means your actions always reflect your why. When these are aligned, trust builds. Chapter 6. The Emergence of Trust. People don't buy what you do. They buy why you do it. Trust comes when people believe you're genuine. They follow you not because they have to, but because they want to. This creates loyalty in both customers and employees. Chapter 7. How a tipping point tips. Movements grow when people believe in a cause. Simon talks about the law of diffusion of innovation. Innovators and early adopters care about the why. Once they believe, the majority follows. Martin Luther King didn't say, "I have a plan." He said, "I have a dream." The why unites people. Chapter 8. Start with why, but know how. Great leaders have a vision, but they also need people who know how to bring it to life. Steve Jobs was the visionary. Steve Wozniak knew how to build the machines. Why alone isn't enough. It needs how. Chapter 9. Know why. Know how. Then what? Once why and how are clear, what you do becomes proof. Every product, message, and action must reflect your purpose. When all 3 parts, why, how, and what, align, people believe in you. Chapter 10. Communication is not about speaking, it's about listening. You must listen to your audience, their needs, their values. When you speak your why, it should resonate with theirs. It's not about pushing your message. It's about making them feel understood. Chapter 11. When why goes fuzzy. Companies lose their way when they forget their why. They focus too much on numbers or products. The message becomes unclear. People stop believing. Clarity of purpose must be protected at all costs. Chapter 12. Split happens. This chapter explains how companies split from their founding purpose. When leadership changes or profits become the focus, the why fades. To stay strong, the why must be passed on, not just in words, but in actions. Chapter 13. The origins of a why. Where does a why come from? It comes from the founder's beliefs, experiences, and values. It's not made, it's discovered. Every great organization begins with a person or group who believes something deeply. That belief becomes the why. Chapter 14. The new competition. Success isn't about beating others, it's about being true to your purpose. Companies that compete with themselves to better reflect their why thrive long-term. Those who only chase profits or market share often lose both. Final thoughts. Simon Sinek's Start with Why is not just a business book. It's a guide to becoming a leader who inspires. Whether you're building a company, leading a team, or just looking for purpose. Start with why. Thanks for listening. If this summary helped you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And always remember, people don't buy what you do. They buy why you do it.